I will be standing here till the end of time. I will be standing here all through the night, till the stars align. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take, something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me.
Good morning, everyone. I've got something I want to read to you, so I'll overlook the fact that I'm not looking at the camera for just a moment, okay? It says, Oakley Carlson's father, dad of still missing Washington 5-year-old freed in case involving his other kids. The father of a still missing 5-year-old girl was released early from jail in a case involving his other children in Washington, authorities said. Andrew Carlson, 37, had pleaded guilty to 2 counts of child endangerment with controlled substance in March and was sentenced to 1 year in jail on March 28th. But he was freed on Wednesday, August the 3rd, several months early, according to jail records. Carlson's case was prompted by welfare check for his 5-year-old daughter, Oakley Carlson. Police in Oakville discovered Oakley had not been seen by anyone in a year, including her father and mother, Jordan Bowers. The couple then reported their daughter missing after police questioned them about her whereabouts, according to a criminal complaint. Authorities searched for the child but could not find her, and Carlson and Bowers gave police information about Oakley that was quickly proven to be false and misleading, the complaint says. That pisses me off. How can, now she's still in jail. She received 20 months sentence. He received whatever time he received, but he was released early for some reason. Maybe because he's an ex-cop, who knows? I know it really pisses me off when the parents of these children are not being held accountable for what has happened to their child. Just like with Troy Kohler, his dad, obviously there is discrepancies in his stories. Well, discrepancies, should I say? The man flat out said when he got home, he went to put the key in the door, and the door was already open. And from that, he don't know anything after that. Come on, if that's not a big fat red flag, what is? And why can't they go ahead and take him into jail and hold him until they find out whatever information it is that they need? I mean, they did Serenity McKinney's parents that way. They did Oakley Carlson's parents that way. They got him on another charge and put him in jail. Now, granted, he's back out, and that's what I'm so furious about right now. Why can't they take Dawn and Candace into jail and hold them until they find out what happened to their daughter? And I don't want to hear, oh, well, they're innocent until proven guilty. Well, you know what? The plain and simple fact is, I would much rather be wrong and have them sitting in jail for a little while than be right and let them walk the streets all this time. How about you? I don't want to hear, oh, well, it's their rights. It's their rights. Screw their rights. What about these children's rights? Don't they have any? Look at poor little Harmony. Didn't she have any rights? Didn't Summer have any rights? How about Troy Kohler? Didn't he have any rights before he was took and put in that washer? You cannot tell me that a 7-year-old little boy, if he fell in the washer and the lid shut, not locked, shut, he couldn't have just stood up, pushed the lid open, and got out. Yeah, he could have. There's only two ways that child was put in that washer and couldn't get out. One, he was unconscious or not breathing when he was put in there, or two, he was put in there, the lid was shut and locked. Only two ways. I'm smart enough to figure that out. How come the law isn't? Why do they need all these testings and stuff to understand that? The plain and simple fact is, law enforcement in Hawkins County has already said they have come to the conclusion it was not an abduction. And if the child had walked away, they didn't say this, but if the child had walked away, had walked away, then there would have been some type of remains of her clothing. There would have been some sign of her somewhere in the multitude of woods that was searched by those search parties. There's not been. And therefore, the child is not up there. Haul the parents in and hold them until something breaks. What happens if you don't and they walk free, and then later, years later, you find out, oops, well, I guess it was the parents. Oh, they're gone now. Nothing we can do. I'm sorry to rave and rant, but this stuff just really ticks me off. It's really making me mad that Andrew Carlson is walking the streets. It's really making me mad that Donald Wells is going to be getting out of jail and walking the streets. It really pisses me off that Candace is out walking the streets. And Grandis, we don't even know what state she's in. She's a key witness, a key part of this investigation. Whether she did anything or not, she is still key to this investigation. Where is she at? Out running about doing whatever the diddly slit that she pleases. And we, the YouTubers, the viewers, the subscribers, the ones that actually care about Summer and all the rest of these children, are the ones that are sitting around worrying and wringing our hands and crying at night and going crazy, fighting with our families over this stuff. I don't know about you, but before I started my channel, trust me, I would get into arguments with my family all the time because they do not want to discuss it. They prefer, not that they don't care. My family cares greatly about children, but they don't want to be reminded every single day about all these horrible things that is happening to these children. And I know it sounds bad on my family's part, but it's not. I do understand. I would prefer not to hear all these horrible things that are happening to all these children. And what is up with the between 4 and 6-year-olds? If y'all think about it, a lot, 80% of the kids that we discuss are between like 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 years old. What is the deal with that? Tina and I had talked about possibly trying to do some research and do a study and see if we can't figure out how many children of that age range has gone missing in the last 2 years. Because it's just something's not right here. Something's not right with that age. I don't know. I'm just rambling on, guys, and I apologize. But I'm just so agitated this morning and so, I don't even know what to call it. I know I'm mad. And it breaks my heart knowing that the monsters are walking free and the children had no rights. And we still have people out here wanting to say, well, what about their civil rights? Well, you know what? When it comes to a child, who gives a crap about your civil rights? Lock the people up, and when we find out that they are innocent, let them be free. If it's their child, they wouldn't care to be locked up as long as they find out what happened to their child. A real parent wouldn't, anyways. Me, myself, I would die for my children or my grandchildren if it gave peace to their life and their happiness or their welfare, their well being. If something happened to one of my kids and they thought that it would help bring my child or my grandchild home to lock me up, go for it. I would gladly go. It just burns me up for all these people. What about their rights? What about, well, if they didn't do anything wrong, then they shouldn't have anything to worry about. I mean, it'd be a different story if they were out here walking the streets, walking those woods, handing out flyers, still just screaming her name to the top of their lungs. But guess what, people? They're not. They're not doing anything to try to find that child, Summer. They're not doing anything to try to find Summer. So what's the difference in letting them roam free and go party and drink and do drugs and do what they want to do, or lock their butts up? If you lock them up, at least when you find out they did do something, then you've already got them. If you find out that they didn't do it and something else happened to her, then oh well, they did what was best for their child. And any parent, there's no parent out there that can look down on somebody for doing what's best for their child. Whether it's me doing it, you doing it, law enforcement, TBI, FBI, as long as they're doing it in the name of the child and what is best for them, that's just my outlook on it. You don't have to give me your own opinions. That's my rant for the day. Not saying that you enjoyed it, but I hope you listened till the end. Um, YouTube is going a little wacko these days. The ads aren't doing as well, so I hope you guys watch till the end. And go back and watch some of my other videos. It would greatly help support the channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video that I did yesterday, because I truly mean that. I want to thank each and every person out there that's connected to this channel, whatever capacity you're connected. If not for you, this channel wouldn't be. And I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to pray. Pray for the kids, pray for the case, pray for yourselves.